Hi, this is Scotty. So it is the beginning of May, and I hope that we are all starting to find a little sense of balance in this sort of new normal that we're living in. But of course, that's not always easily accomplished, especially on a day-to-day basis. So I'm going to go through a little breathing technique tonight that works on achieving a little bit of that balance, at least in the moment, and then hopefully as you take it off of your mat or your meditation cushion as well. So, earlier in the week, brought out the metronome and did a little pranayama practice with this and got some really positive feedback from that. So, we're going to use this again tonight as a tool to help count our breath. And I'm going to get that started now as I talk. So, in the last video, I mentioned that the exhale component of the breath, so adding length to the exhale component of your breath, has a calming effect on the body. And so, of course, adding length to the inhale component of your breath would have a stimulating quality. So we're looking for that balance, and we can do so in a couple of ways, but we're going to do this today by adding to both components, the inhale and the exhale, with a pause after each. And so a lot of times this is referred to as box breathing. So what we're going to work towards is an even length of your inhale, an inhale hold, an exhale, and an exhale hold. And so a lot of times you'll see it drawn as a box. So inhale, inhale, hold, exhale, exhale, hold. And they're all the same length. So to get started with that, we obviously just need to tune into our breath, breathe for a few rounds of breath before trying to manipulate or change anything about your breath. So go ahead and close your eyes. With your eyes closed, take your first deep inhale and exhale. And then just allow your breath to fall into its own natural rhythm, its own natural pace. And without trying to change anything about your breath, go ahead and see how long each inhale is and how long each exhale is. So just going by the sound of the metronome. You may notice that one component of your breath is longer than the other. You may start to notice that you already have a slight hold or pause after an inhale or an exhale. So again, not changing anything, just becoming really aware of where your breath is right now in this moment. And also just being curious, so not placing any judgment anywhere. Just like, oh wow, that's interesting. My exhales are about twice the length of my inhales right now. What could that mean? And now let's go ahead and start to work those inhales and exhales towards a little more of a balance. So if there is a large discrepancy between the two, try to take one up a little and the other down a little until they can sort of start to meet in the middle. So my inhale was 4 and my exhale was 8. I'll work towards bringing both of those down to 6 and see if that feels comfortable. If that doesn't quite feel comfortable, I can play with it and adjust it until I find the rate of breath that is comfortable for me, where both my inhale and my exhale are even. once you've found that place of balance, we're going to go ahead and add on. So at any time, if you need to adjust the length of any component of your breath, please feel free to do so, keeping in mind that when you adjust one, you are wanting to adjust all of them so that they stay the same length in that box formation. We're going to start by adding a hold after your exhale. Hold after your exhale that is now the same length as your inhale, the same length as your exhale. So if you're inhaling for 4 counts, you're exhaling for 4 counts, and you're holding after your exhale for 4 counts. After your next inhale, add the next component, which is the inhale hold. So you'll inhale, inhale, hold, exhale, exhale, hold. So all 4 components of the breath, all at equal length. So remember at this point, as we have continued to add on, if you need to adjust that breath back down a beat or 2, please feel free so that the breath doesn't begin to create anxiety. Nice, smooth and easy inhales. The hold and the pause after your inhale. Smooth, easy exhale. And the pause after your exhale. Imagine creating that box with your breath, that balance, that calm, that peace. Take one more round of breath in this manner. Equal lengths of each component of your breath. And then simply allow your breathing to return to normal. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace, not controlling, not manipulating the breath, letting there be pauses where your body and breath automatically have pauses, a longer inhale or a longer exhale, whatever your natural rhythm is, and just pause. Sit in the experience, sit in the moment, reflect on how you feel. Notice any changes to your mind, your body, your emotion, your breath, to all of the layers of your being. And remember that you can come back to this practice anytime. in your own place and at your own time. Namaste.